Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the special edition of the Atomic Drop Show. My name is Kyle Cruz, and we are just moments removed, just hours removed from XPWX. That's right, XPW's 10th Anniversary Show. That was out here in Los Angeles, California. It just wrapped up just a couple of hours ago. I was there, front row center. In fact, if you pick up the DVD, which I'm sure will be available in just a couple of months, that you will see me just the entire time. I was a part of just a whole group of rowdy fans on the front row. But in any event, it was a great experience live. Tremendous show. This is my first XPW show I've went to live. I've also watched XPW go throughout its entire run through its infancy up until its 10-year mark celebrated today. There were 3 matches featuring graduates from the Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy. 3 matches, all 3 of them were multi-man, 2 of them were tag matches. The other one was a 6-person, I forgot exactly what they called it, but a Dynamite D, world famous 4 corners, 6-person match featuring Willie Mack, Damian Arsenic, Marcus Riot, Famous B, Chimera, and Jerome LTP Robinson. Marcus Riot took the win in that one. We had Joey Rico, Dynamite, Steve Payne, and El So Loco taking on Playboy, Clay Motley, the Rookie 88, and Lucha Machine. That match, in my opinion, stole the show. That was an amazing match, and you have to go out of your way to get the DVD just for this bonus match that went before the main card. And the Step family. That's right, the stepfather and the redheaded stepchild, who was literally red-haired. They took on Robbie Phoenix and BC Killer. That was also a pretty good matchup. You should also go ahead and check the DVD out for that match as well. So all 3 matches on the pre-show, on the undercard, were just amazing matches. I would dare to say, even though they are preliminary, ranking up there with some of the best matches of the entire show. Speaking of the show, we had Pogo the Clown, premium XPW favorite, Pogo the Clown beating up Leroy the Ring Crew guy. Of course, you had the No Mercy video crew. They were in the house, and they pretty much got beat up by Pogo the Clown. Pogo was pretty much, it was like a 3-on-1, but Pogo pretty much handled all of them in a pretty entertaining matchup for what it was. Leroy the Ring Crew guy, RCG as they call him, could not put up much of a fight, but then when you're going up against Pogo, who really can? Carnage and Youth Suicide turned it up a few notches with this Burned in Hell matchup. It was basically a glorified death match, but they did almost anything imaginable. Carnage picked up the victory after he sprayed Youth Suicide in the eyes with some fire. Carnage taking the pinfall there. Amazing matchup. Both men bloodied, battered, beaten after that match. Definitely something that you should definitely check out if you're a fan of hardcore wrestling. Mr. McPhenom of the WE came to XPWX, apparently wanting to buy XPW. He wanted to supposedly buy XPW and sanitize it, just like, well, ECW on Sci-Fi, which everybody watches and everybody loves, right? Well, in order to do that, Mr. McPhenom planned to hook up with GQ Money, who promised to bring all the green to XPWX to complete the deal. Well, the type of green that GQ Money brought was not the kind that Mr. McPhenom was expecting. Basically, GQ Money bought a large sack of marijuana to the ring. That's right, GQ Money with a big old bag of weed brought that down to the ring at XPWX. McPhenom got mad, GQ Money retaliates, so we have a fight in our hands. GQ Money versus Mr. McPhenom. That match was also when the show took place right after the first intermission. GQ Money picking up the win in that one. It wasn't a bad match. It was pretty much comedy, kind of what you expect anytime that Mr. McPhenom and GQ Money would be in the ring at the same time. In the Joey Ryan Sleazy Strip Wrestling Iron Man Challenge match, the idea was we got 15 minutes, and every single time that a person was pinned, they had to strip an article of clothing off of their bodies. Essentially, this is all about getting the women naked. As Vinnie and Monica Massaro teamed up to take on Joey Ryan and Lizzy Valentine. Well, both Monica Massaro and Lizzy Valentine were both stripped to pretty much the wrong panties. and that's how it should be. I will tell you this, in order to save some suspense for the DVD, a girl did show her boobs. I'm not going to say it was Lizzy, I'm not going to say it was Monica. Some girl at XPWX, after that matchup, showed her boobs, and you can check out that DVD whenever it comes out. Scorpio Sky and Matt Cross actually originally fought to a 15-minute time limit draw. That is until Luke Hawx came down to the ring, and he basically coerced Matt Cross and Scorpio Sky into having a tag team match. Okay, well, Scorpio Sky and Matt Cross were originally supposed to team up, right? Wrong. That is until it was revealed that Luke Hawx, his tag team partner, was indeed Scorpio Sky. So now that left Scorpio Sky and Luke Hawx to take on Matt Cross all by himself. That is until the monster Tool came down. Tool and Matt Cross working together, but even then it wasn't enough, as Scorpio Sky and Luke Hawx take care of Cross and Tool. And so, Sky and Hawx, your winners in that one. Damian Steele made a surprise appearance at XPWX, announcing a new hierarchy, with him, of course, still being the leader. He presented his bodyguard Slim as one of the new members of the hierarchy. Well, Homo Jimmy came down to the ring, took offense at this new hierarchy, and Slim and Homo Jimmy actually had a match. Surprisingly, the always defeated Jimmy was able to pick up a win here through a roll-up. That's right, Homo Jimmy picking up a win up against Slim at XPWX. For the pride of XPW, it was XPW versus SPW. It was Dante, Christina Von Eerie, Chupacabra, and Timmothy Thatcher taking on Webb, Matt Classic, Thunderkitty, and Cast Iron Cothern. Now, here's the thing. Webb came out bloodied and beaten at the hands of the 4 individuals from SPW. So now, it's 3-on-4. That is until Matt Classic's brother, his partner, I'm not sure who it is, you have to check out the DVD to find out exactly what happened. But Matt Classic's partner, another dude with the mask on, with the little Patriot, mask and tights and everything, he came onto the ring, and so there was once again a 4-on-4 situation. Unfortunately for the members of Extreme Pro Wrestling, the SPW guys came through and provided an extremely hard-fought win. SPW, Supreme Pro Wrestling out of NorCal, coming through representing at XPWX. And that brings us to the main event. Supreme versus Angel with Kraq and Amanda for the King of the Deathmatch Championship. This match had everything you could ever want in hardcore wrestling. Whatever you could think of, they used it. Insane table spots with light tubes and barbed wire, insane bumps from the balcony. You have to check out the DVD in this one. You have to check this out. Of a very, very good brawl between Supreme and Angel. And of course at the very end, mutual respect shown between Supreme and Angel. Yes, they've had a long ride. They've had a long rivalry, but they have one thing in common. That is XPW. They both love it. Who knows where XPW will go on from here? This is the 10th anniversary show. We had Cold and Hell last year. There's been a lot of speculation. Will XPW come back full time? I don't know. I'd sure like to see it. It was a tremendous show. The place was pretty much packed. It was a very crazy atmosphere. This experience tonight at XPWX will never, ever be duplicated by World Wrestling Entertainment. Never. The sheer experience, the fact that you can get up close and personal with your wrestlers, to touch them, to reach out, feel them, to get involved in the match, and the weapons. The fact that you get to do that is why independent wrestling needs to survive. And I think that XPW, a revival of XPW, could be very beneficial for many of these people that we saw involved tonight. Well, that'll do it for now. My name is Kyle Cruz. This has been a special presentation of the Atomic Drop Show. Stay tuned, though. Stay tuned, because tomorrow night I will be at SummerSlam, and I will be hosting a special roundtable edition, a roundtable review of SummerSlam. Folks, this is Kyle Cruz saying goodbye from the Atomic Drop Show, and we'll see you tomorrow night.